The PTA Moms said I was too poor for their school, not knowing I controlled their funding. I oversee $500 million in education grants for schools, and instead of announcing myself, I always visit undercover to see who really deserves the money, not the show they put on for funders. Nothing could have prepared me for the school my daughter went to. Lincoln Elementary's PTA board meeting, where I met the Karen mom who controlled everything. The one other parents warned me would eat a single dad alive. Excuse me, the president blocked the door with her designer bag, looking at my coffee-stained khakis. This meeting is about, complicated financial stuff. I tried to squeeze past her, but she actually stepped sideways to block me completely. The other board members were already seated around the conference table with their matching Starbucks cups and color-coded binders. I reached for the budget papers sitting on the table, and the vice president slid them away before my fingers could touch them. My jaw tightened. The treasurer looked at the secretary and mouthed, "He just doesn't get it," while shaking her head. The president finally let me in, but the only empty chair had designer purses blocking it on both sides. They made no move to clear the seat, so I stood awkwardly by the wall. Through the window, I could see one of them taking photos of my humble Toyota Corolla parked between their Mercedes and BMWs. The treasurer pulled up something on her laptop and announced, "Your apartment address isn't even in the good school zone." The secretary immediately jumped in, saying there was a new $500 emergency assessment fee that was due today. She actually pulled out a square reader and held it toward me. I forced myself to breathe slowly. The president wrinkled her nose at my Target khakis and stage whispered something about maintaining standards. "This is really more of a mom thing," the vice president said when I tried to join their circle around the grant application. They physically closed ranks with their backs to me. When I walked around to the other side and tried again, the president actually put her hand on my chest and pushed me back. Not hard, but firm enough to make her point. My hands clenched into fists at my sides. This was the same woman who probably taught her kids it was wrong to put hands on people. Nice. The treasurer looked me up and down, then said, "Foundations want families that look good in photos. Wholesome, American, like us." She held eye contact while emphasizing each word. The secretary mentioned something about cultural fit while staring directly at my skin. The president suggested I might be more comfortable with the maintenance staff meeting since Miguel and the others met on Thursdays, and I'd fit right in. The same Miguel, whose son I'd just approved a full scholarship for. The attacks shifted to my daughter Emma when the president pulled up pickup line photos on her phone. My stomach churned when she zoomed in on Emma's mismatched socks and passed the phone around the table. The treasurer grabbed her own phone and took a photo of Emma's lunchbox from yesterday, showing the sandwiches in Ziploc bags instead of bento boxes. "No wonder Emma struggles without a mother's touch," she said loud enough for everyone to hear. I bit down so hard I tasted blood. Without asking, she grabbed Emma's backpack from where I'd set it down and dumped the entire contents on the conference table. Homework folders, pencil case, library books, and snacks scattered across the polished wood. She held up each item for inspection while the others shook their heads. The secretary handed me a stack of parenting brochures about children of divorce and the warning signs of neglect. The vice president actually grabbed my phone from the table and asked why I didn't have appropriate monitoring apps for a single dad. She was scrolling through my home screen when I took it back. The president pulled up statistics on her laptop about single-parent household crime rates and turned the screen toward me. "Studies show kids like yours end up, well, that's why we need this grant money for intervention programs." My straight-A daughter apparently needed intervention. She called another parent over from the hallway and pointed at Emma's snack. "Look at this." He packed her a gas station honey bun for a snack. Every word about Emma made my vision blur at the edges. Suddenly, the conference room door burst open and Principal Matthews rushed in out of breath. "Mr. Hernandez, I'm so sorry I'm late for our meeting about the grant review." She stopped mid-stride, taking in the scene with me standing apart from the circle of PTA board members and Emma's belongings scattered across the table. Her face went pale. "Oh no." "From the Morrison Foundation," the principal stammered. "Mr. Hernandez is the person who decides which schools get the $500,000 STEM grant. He's here doing the culture assessment, seeing if we deserve the money." The mom who'd pushed me back physically stumbled backward. "He decides?" someone whispered. Full story on channel, link below.